Welcome to qnawire.
So these would be the two free body diagrams we need to analyze this system. This is a more general free body diagram, and on the right is a more specific free body diagram detailing the tension forces. So based off of these two free body diagrams, we can find the magnitude of the tension force for part B and say that the sum of torques is going to be equal to 0. This system has rotational equilibrium. Therefore, we can say that the net torque is going to be equal to 0. This is going to be equal to the tension times 6 meters times sine of 40 degrees minus the weight times 4 meters times cosine of 30 degrees. And we can say that T is going to be equal to 4 mg cosine of 30 degrees divided by 6 sine of 40 degrees. So this would be equal to 4 times 1,150 kilograms times 9.8 meters per second squared times cosine of 30 degrees divided by 6 sine of 40 degrees. And we find that the magnitude of the tension force is going to be 1.01 times 10 to the 4th newtons. So this would be our answer for part B. And then for part C, they want us to find the reactionary force. So for part C, we can say that let's get a new workbook. For part C, we can say that the sum of forces in the x direction equals 0. Not only does this system has rotational equilibrium, it also has translational equilibrium in the x and y directions. So this is going to be equal to f sub x minus t cosine of 10 degrees. So we can say that f of x will be equal to t cosine of 10 degrees. And this is equaling 1.01 times 10 to the 4th times cosine of 10 degrees. We find f of x to be equal to 9.9 times 10 to the 3rd newtons. Now, we can say that sum of forces in the y direction equals 0. This is equaling 10 sine of 10 degrees, or rather t sine of 10 degrees, plus f of y minus the weight w. So f of y is going to be equal to the mg, the weight, minus t sine of 10 degrees. So we can say that f of y is going to be equal to 1,150 times 9.8 minus 1.01 times 10 to the 3rd, rather 10 to the 4th newtons, times times sine, apologies, of 10 degrees. And this is equaling 9.5 times 10 to the 3rd newtons. So essentially, here we would have that the magnitude of the force would be equal to 9.9 times 10 to the 3rd squared plus 9.5 times 10 to the 3rd squared. And then the sum would be taken to the 1/2 power. And this is equaling 1.4 times 10 to the 4th newtons. So that would be the magnitude of the reactionary force. And due to Newton's third law, the force that the beam exerts on the wall, or rather the force that the beam exerts on the hinge, is going to be equal to the force the hinge exerts on the beam. So this would be, due to Newton's third law, this would be magnitude of the force of hinge on beam. That is the end of the solution. Thank you for watching.